What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here for another BFR, in which today is not a very nice one. Game 11 at home against the Carolina Hurricanes. November 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Final score 4-3 Carolina after the Hawks had a 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 lead. And they moved to 1-8-2. Carolina stays undefeated at 9-0-0. Shots were 32-30 Carolina, hits were 27-22 Chicago, faceoffs were 29-26 Chicago. The power play for Chicago goes 0 for 5. The power play for Carolina goes 0 for 2. Fleury saves 28 out of 32 in the loss. Anderson saves 27 out of 30 in the win. Carroll was in off COVID protocol. Strome was out. Borgstrom was off the COVID list. And Stillman was in, who was also off the COVID list for Phillips, who him and Tyler Johnson, which got put on the COVID list. It's just basically the injured reserve at this point. And then we start off at 18:25 with a Chicago goal from Alex DeBrincat right out of the gate, his 5th of the year from Kane and Jones to make it 1-0. It was a breakaway goal. And the Hawks were aggressive early, and at 16:09 it's a Carolina penalty to Svechnikov for hooking. The power play looked meh. It would be killed. Missed hooking call on Hagel could have made it a 5-on-3 during that. Carolina was pressures at 13:35, and Carolina goal from Derek Stepan, his 2nd of the year, also is both goals against Chicago now from Svechnikov and D'Angelo to make it 1-1. Then at 11:14, Chicago penalty, which would be served by Kubalik for too many men on the ice, which would be killed. And then there was Carolina nearly scored, but it was a lucky bounce that avoided the goal. And we got Kane missed a wide open net, nearly hits ref in the head. Anderson was able to recover. Carolina was playing passive trap-like style hockey, which is not something you think Carolina would do with such an offensive-based team. And midway through the first, and Kubalik missed a one-timer. Svechnikov collides with Fleury. Both are okay and pat each other on the back, so nothing came of that. Hardman collided with I can't read what I even wrote. Kara tried to lay a hit and went flying. Hardman collided with the linesman. They were both fine. Then we go to the second. DeBrincat and Kane one-timer missed, but at 17:11, it's a Chicago goal from Patrick Kane. He's been on a tear since he came off the COVID list with 6 points in 2 games now. His 5th of the year from Stillman and Entwistle to make it 2-1. Then Brent Pesce of Carolina went flying into the boards. He lost an edge, no contact with anyone, and he was down. I thought he was holding his arm, threw his gloves off, and he stayed on the bench, and then he came back. So it's good to know that he was okay. Gustafsson stops a 2-on-1. Gustafsson played defense. Yes, you heard that right. Then at 11:36, it's as bright as it could look. Chicago goal from Alex DeBrincat for his 6th of the year now, and it was 2nd of the game from Hardman and Kurashev to make it 3-1. That was an outworking the opponent play. Phenomenal play by Hardman to Kurashev to DeBrincat. And at this point, I was positive that Carolina was not going to be undefeated anymore. And lo and behold, before I could even have any chance to think, a horrible icing call was called against Chicago. There was a 3-minute shift for Kane, and at 7:10, it's a Carolina goal from Seth Jarvis, his first of his career and first of the year from Stepan to make it 3-2. It was a breakaway goal. Not much you can really do. He basically did the no move on like Kucherov did on Leonard all those years ago. And then at 6:25, Chicago penalty to Doc for hooking, which would be killed. The power play looked good. Then there was a scrum because of a Trocheck hit, which Murphy was yelling at Trocheck, and nothing would come of it. We go to the third, and Carolina was in control early as a 3-on-2 right out of the gate. Carolina goal from Jesper Foss to make it his 4th of the year from Slavin and Svechnikov. Makes it 3-3. And that's when I knew it was over. I'm going to be brutally honest. As soon as they tied him, this game's over. It's Toronto all over again. And then it was an all-alone goal, snuck through Fleury. Bad goal by Fleury. And then at 16:43, 3 minutes later, it's another Carolina goal from Martin Nashis, 2nd of the year from Aho and Bear to make it 4-3. Another bad goal from Fleury, and it kind of just snuck through right there again. Doc gets a blatantly interfere, and there was no call. Fleury made a great save on Aho, and then here came Carolina string of penalties. I thought the Hawks had to tie it at some point. 13:54, Carolina penalty to Cole for interference, which would be killed. Hagel made a diving play at the end of that, and the power play looked okay. Then at 10:15, Carolina penalty to Shea for hooking, which would be killed, but that power play looked fantastic. I couldn't believe they didn't score on that one. And 5:26 is a penalty to Bear for high sticking, which would be a double minor, as Kubalik lost a tooth during it. And it was a dangerous swing at Kubalik's head. He wasn't looking at it, but the stick swung back and hit him right in the face. Lost a tooth. And then there's a breakaway that was nearly avoided. And then at 2:45, Fleury is pulled on the power play. Hagel got tripped, no call. So it's 6-on-4. Then Anderson gets a lucky save on Hagel deflection. Jones just missed an open net that was hit away, and that's game. I'm gonna be honest. I got frustrated watching this one. I just started. I snapped at kind of just watching this game. Once it made it 4-3, I was so angry. I kind of lost that anger now because Carolina is the best team in the league right now, so I'm not that mad about it, but it's still frustrating. Hawks should have a 5. They can be 5-5 right now, 5-6 right now. They should have beat Toronto. They should have beat New Jersey. Whichever game, that other game went into overtime. Who did they play that went into overtime? I don't even remember. Who was it that they went into overtime against? It was. They should have beat St. Louis. They completely outplayed St. Louis. And Carolina, that's the thing. The Canes fan who commented on my video on the power rankings video, bless his heart, but I just want to say Carolina was awful last night. They came back and won the game. They did not look like a contender during that game. I thought they were played so bad. Yeah, Maple Leafs was the one. Okay, so yeah, there's really not much else to say. Carolina played bad, but Carolina's bad, however, is better than Chicago's good. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm frustrated, and nothing really new around the league. Besides the fact, earlier today, I was in school and I saw this. Jack Eichel has been traded to Vegas with a third-round pick. And then in return, Buffalo got Alex Tuch, Peyton Krebs, a first and a second-round pick. Both the second and third involved in the trade were from 2023, the first from 2022. And the standings right now, pretty meh. These aren't updated. I didn't update these today. But Seattle is at the bottom, and I kind of forgot to update this today. So next video, these will be updated. My apologies. Yeah, Toronto's up there now. I got to fix this when I can. Colorado lost in overtime last night. St. Louis lost in overtime last night. Other teams in the league just love giving the Hawks division rivals just points in general. The Hawks don't get them. But, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. And I'll see you guys all next time. There's a game tomorrow. It's against, I think, Winnipeg. Yeah, Winnipeg, 7 p.m. It's in Winnipeg, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they can win. Probably not, but we'll see how it goes. Everyone have a good day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.